You've been told two things about using AI for academic research, and both of them are wrong. One, that using it means you are cheating. Two, that using it makes you smart. The truth is, the students who get caught for misconduct and the students who write the worst essays are doing the same thing, just with different feelings about it. They're both treating AI as a shortcut. I'm Amy from the Edit Lab, a Cambridge grad and a trained actor, and I use those skills to fix messy thinking and performance anxiety so students and professionals can write, speak, and work under pressure without going crazy. In this video, I'm walking you through a 7-step research workflow that uses AI properly. You'll finish with sharper questions, better sources, and writing that is still yours. And by the end, you'll know exactly where AI belongs in your process and exactly where it does not. Stay with me. You skip any of these steps and you're back to writing essays full of confident nonsense. The question I most often get asked is, Amy, is it okay to use AI? Well, that's the wrong question. The right question is, where in the process should I use it and where should I absolutely refuse to use it? Because AI is not simply one tool, it's a stage tool. Let me explain. AI is brilliant at some stages of research and useless at others, but actively dangerous at a select few. The students who get into trouble are not the ones who used AI, they're the ones who used it at the wrong stage but didn't realize. So the workflow I'm about to give you has 7 steps, grouped into 3 phases: frame, find, build. If the words primary literature and a synthesis make your jaw clench, I think this video will help you. Phase 1, frame. This is the thinking phase. AI is genuinely useful here, more than most students realize. Step 1, clarify your topic. Before you go anywhere near a search bar, you need to know exactly what you're actually asking. Most students start with something like, social media and mental health. Well, that's not a question, that's just a vibe. Use AI to interrogate yourself. So try this prompt. Ask me 10 questions a tutor would ask before letting me start writing. So you've got your questions. Now watch what happens. You'll start typing answers to them, and by question 4 or 5, you'll realize you don't actually know what you're arguing. Good, that's the whole point. You cannot research your way out of a fuzzy question or topic, but what you can do is narrow it right down before you even start. A good output of this stage looks like one strong, detailed sentence. I'm investigating whether passive Instagram use predicts depressive symptoms in adolescent girls more strongly than active use. That's a question or a topic area that you can research. Social media and mental health is not. So clarify your topic, and AI can be really useful in helping you narrow it right down. Step 2, generate search terms. Now your topic is sharp, you need to find the literature. This is the second place that AI really earns its keep. Ask it, give me 20 academic search terms and Boolean strings I could use to find peer-reviewed studies on this question. You'll get synonyms you wouldn't have even thought of, and narrower and broader phrasings, and the proper vocabulary for your field. So in that example, it would be terms like social comparison theory or upward comparison, passive consumption, appearance ideals, words you might not know exist, but the databases do. Take that list to Google Scholar, your university's database, JSTOR, PubMed, whatever is relevant for your subject, or even use AI research paper finders such as Consensus or SciSpace. Type the terms in yourself. Do not ask AI to find the papers for you. That is where we're going next. Phase 2, find and filter. Now, this is where AI gets dangerous. Pay attention. Step 3, find the papers yourself. Do not, under any circumstances, ask AI for citations. I'll repeat that, because students keep doing it and keep getting caught. Do not ask AI language models like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini for citations. Language models hallucinate references until they're practically psychedelic. Wow. Even research-focused AI platforms like Perplexity have been known to hallucinate. They just invent author names, page numbers, journal titles, and DOIs that look real but are not. Tutors clock this in about 30 seconds. It is the fastest route to a misconduct meeting if ever there was one. Use proper databases, find the papers yourself. Read titles and abstracts, and when a paper looks relevant, just add it to your literature review or research table. Yes, it is slower, but it's also the part of the work that no AI can replace, because a database is connected to real published research, and a language model is just predicting plausible sounding text. As I said earlier, if you're using a tool that explicitly retrieves real papers like Elicit, Consensus, SciSpace, or your university's Scopus subscription, that is a totally different category of product, and you can and often should use it. They save you heaps of time. Their hallucination level is much lower as they're specifically designed to only retrieve real, peer-reviewed scientific sources compared to standard chatbots. But you should still be careful though, because a platform like Consensus may still occasionally misinterpret the findings of a real study. You still have to read them first. The key takeaway here though is don't ask ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini for sources. Trust me. Step 4, compare sources. Once you've got your 8 or 10 papers, AI language models start being useful again. Drop in the abstracts to something like Claude. Ask it, here are 4 abstracts on my question. Where do they disagree? And what's missing? You'll get a fast comparative map. And it will not be perfect, but it gives you a starting structure for your reading. Then go read the actual papers, because the abstract is just the marketing. The method section and the findings are the truth. You might find they weren't as relevant as you thought, and in that case, come back to your database again, find a couple more and read those. Rinse, repeat. Step 5, check the limitations. This is the step almost no one does, but it's the one that turns a 2-1 into a first. For each paper, ask AI, what are the methodological, I can't say that effing word. What are the methodological weaknesses of this study? Boom. What would a critical examiner say about the sample size, design, and conclusions? Then verify what it says by reading the actual paper. About half of what it gives you here will be useful. Some will be wrong, some will be obvious, but the prompt forces you into that critical mindset that markers are looking for. Most undergraduates summarize, but first-class work critiques. AI can scaffold that critique. You still have to do the reading though. Okay, if you've made it this far and you're thinking, this is just more work, not less, you're right. But that's the point. The students who use AI to do less work are the ones writing the worst essays. Sorry. The students who use AI to think harder are the ones writing the best ones. And we're nearly at the part that pulls the whole essay together. Stay with me. Phase 3, build and write. Step 6, build the structure. So you got your question, your sources, and your critiques. Now we build the skeleton. This is one of the highest leverage uses of AI in the whole process. Tell it your central question, your 3 or 4 key arguments, and your evidence base, and then ask, suggest 3 possible essay structures. Give me the pros and cons of each. Don't write anything yet, just give me the outline. You'll see structures you might not have even thought of. Thematic, chronological, position, and counterposition. Pick the one you like and seems to work well, and modify it. Make it yours. Spend at least 20 minutes on this stage. A good structure can cut your writing time in half because you're not rewriting paragraphs that ended up in the wrong place in the first place just to try and shoehorn them in somehow. It has been known many times. Step 7, write in your own judgment. This is the part that has to be yours. Not because of plagiarism rules, although yes, or because of detection software, although also yes, but because the actual point of academic writing is to develop a defensible position based on evidence. AI cannot do that for you. It can only mimic the surface of it. When you sit down to write, AI can help you in small surgical ways. Is this paragraph clear? Where does my argument get weakest? What's the strongest counter-argument to this claim that I haven't addressed yet? But the sentences have to be yours. The judgments need to be yours. The decisions about which paper carries weight, which ones you're skeptical of, which evidence you trust. It all has to come from your own reading, your own thinking. That's the entire point of doing a degree, right? If you outsource that part, 2 things happen. 1, you don't learn to think, which is what you're paying for, and it's a lot of money. 2, the writing flattens into something a marker can smell from across a room. AI prose has a texture. Tutors have learned to spot it. I include myself in that. It sounds confident, it sounds balanced, but it's slightly empty. Your job is to write something that reads like a person made a choice. And given that assessment rules are changing to include interviews, probably AI interviews, let's be real here, that requires students to defend their work. And it makes sense that you need to actually have authored what you've submitted. Go figure. We've covered a lot. Let's revisit the workflow. Phase 1, frame. Use AI to clarify your questions and generate search terms. Phase 2, find and filter. Find papers yourself and never ask AI platforms like Claude, ChatGPT, or Gemini for citations. Then use it to compare sources and stress test the limitations. Phase 3, build. Use AI to outline your structure and then write it in your own voice using your own judgment. The students I work with who use AI this way for their work are not panicking, they're not behind, they're not faking it. They're getting better marks than they were before in less time with clearer heads because they've stopped using AI as a shortcut and started using it as a thinking partner that they actively manage themselves. If you want help making this workflow stick to your specific subject, I work one-to-one with students on exactly this kind of mess. Link in description. If you want to level up your critical thinking skills, I've got a free Criticality Fix worksheet I'm just giving away to help you understand what you should be looking for and how to challenge the stuff that you're reading on your own terms. This is a basic skill that students need to develop and not outsource, but aren't really taught how to do it. So if you want some help with that, see the link in the description, and it's free. Why would you not? If this video resonated with you, the next one I'd watch is about how AI cannot save a weak essay and what to do about it, because that's where a lot of you are probably about to come unstuck. I'm Amy from the Edit Lab. I'll see you on the next video.